Jed, after round 5, we're sitting 4-1. Must be pleasing to get off to such a good start.
It is, yeah. Obviously compared to last year when I can't even remember, 1-3 or whatever we were last year. So much nicer. We set ourselves for the first 5 and had that block in our mind and wanted to get off to a good start. So it's nice to be 4-1. Still with a little bit of growth to go as well. So not a good start, but a bit of work to do.
And every week it seems to be a fresh face popping up to kick 2 or 3 goals. It must be pleasing as a forwards coach to see the love shared across the line.
Yeah, look at the ice cream, as Ben would say. No, it is nice, and that's the way we try to play our footy. We don't want to rely and be too focused on one target or 2 targets. We want to make sure that every forward or mid gets a chance to play that role and have his shot when possible. And we'll also try and make sure we're nice and selfless and give the ball to the guy in the better spot. Something we focused on for 5-6 years now, and something we've been really strong at about sharing the workload and everyone getting a shot.
Joey Danaher has been one that's caught the eye of a lot of people with he's kicking a lot straighter than he was last year at 60-odd%. What have you worked on with him and how have you seen his game for the start of the season?
I think with Joe it's just been natural after having really nearly 3 years out of footy, or a couple of years out of footy. So I think a year in our system and then another pre-season, I think he's just more confident in his body, more confident in his legs, feeling a lot more comfortable in the way we want to play. His contest work's been better again, and I think it's just been a natural progression after having such a long period of time out of footy and then finding his feet up in Queensland and the way we want to do it. And most of the time it's the players working on themselves and they just work out what's natural for them or what works for them, and we let them go and do their thing.
Along with Joey, Huey's been one that's really polished up his goal kicking. Is that something you worked on with him in the pre-season?
Huey does a lot of work on that, not only with me but a couple of other coaches, and they just grab players as well. A lot of Huey stuff can be really under pressure, so it's being able to, whether you can, one, get out of the pressure to have find an easier shot, or 2, the other one's been just his set shots and just trying to tidy that up. And to his credit, he's done the work. So we're just really there to help guide and throw an idea here and there, but the players are the ones that are out there doing the work.
And next up, we've obviously got the Gold Coast Suns, who have played some pretty good footy in their own right. What's sort of the challenge that lies ahead on Sunday? Yeah,
so another Q clash. So they're always good to be a part of and fun to play in. Well, I'm not playing anymore, but for the players' point of view, it's always difficult, especially going down the road. So in front of their crowd, they're playing a little bit different than what they have played in the past, and actually playing some really good attacking contested footy. And they're having more opportunities inside 50 themselves, so we've got to make sure we're on early. You try and always get a start wherever you can, especially in the big games, the Q clashes and stuff like that. You don't want to be coming from behind and having to try and chase someone down, especially on opposition's home deck. But they're sitting all right, and they've played some really good footy this year, so we've got to make sure we're ready to go from the start.
Beautiful, thanks Jed.
Thanks guys.